Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be jumping straight into the crypto market, explaining what's going on, and then jumping straight into some prices and predictions for the future. I do think realistically we are seeing a 2.45% decrease in the last 24 hours, and this is going to continue on for a lot of this week. A lot of people are kind of stressing out about this, and I've kind of been saying for a while, dollar cost averaging in during these red market dips is definitely the way to go. We're going to talk about Barnbridge, obviously a 3.46% increase in the last 24 hours. If we take a look across the board, we are seeing Bitcoin down about 3%, Ethereum down about 6 to 7%. We see Binance BNB down about 7 to 8%. Dogecoin down about 9%, Polkadot down about 10%, Solana down about 11%. So it continues to see huge decreases across the board. Although, these altcoins have been struggling for a while now, we are continuing to see them struggle, and we have a lot of news to really kind of back it this time. So the first one we're going to take a look at is going to be the Crypto Week at a glance. So crypto market feels the blues as GBTC shares unlock. And we've talked about how this would really take play in the upcoming weeks ahead. If we actually jump on over to my Twitter, which I don't actually have up right now, let's go to, if we type it in correctly, I'm on a laptop, so it's a little bit harder today. We're going to jump onto the Twitter account of mine. And if you guys are not following me already, make sure to jump onto my YouTube description. You can actually follow me on Twitter, and I try to tweet as much useful things as possible so you guys can get up-to-date information as quickly as possible. But right here we see July 4th, I tweeted out really kind of quote tweeted from Alex here. We have two capitalization really selling events for BTC in the past 2 months. Retail FOMO bought the run-up to 65K and sold $3 billion worth, and we also have flash selling last week of $3 billion that included miners in China retail and also some FUD selling. We are about to see the third and last wave, and that's exactly what I believe we are seeing right now, a possibility of a third and last wave. So we are about to get one more wave of selling, mostly from the FOMO $20 billion worth of GBTC ARB institutional trade. Hedge funds used leveraged loans from Genesis Trading and others to buy BTC in January, February 2021 that will become unlocked for the first time starting next week. And we are starting to see that stuff really start to take effect. And that's exactly what this article is all talking about is Crypto Week at a glance. Crypto market feels the blues as GBTC shares unlock. So what I said did come true. We are continuing, like I said, to see really the market struggle during this time of really manipulation and unlocking of shares. So we did know this was coming. I think realistically we are going to have a great bounce back. A lot of people buying during these lows, taking advantage with their dollar cost averaging at the very least. As we jump into the next article, we can actually see there's more manipulation and more talk about Bitcoin price diving below 31K after lowest weekly close in 8 months. So it's doom and gloom for Bitcoin as a day after the feared grayscale unlocking event, with altcoins performing even worse. So this is exactly what we, like I said, talked about many times. So if you guys were patient enough and waited, you are getting this great, really low-end price point now. Not saying that this is the bottom. I'm just saying that PA always looks horrible at the bottom, and that the bottom is only too obvious when it's too late to catch it. 3K and 30K, similar sentiment, most calling for 28K and lower, similar structure, fake out and slow bleed. So across the board, a lot of people are thinking this could be a potential bottom. Obviously, we're not always going to be correct. We're not all financial advisors out here, definitely not myself. So make sure to do your own research before investing. But it's looking like this could definitely be a possibility of a bottom for the crypto markets. And, obviously a lot of us would love to see that as the case. As we jump into the next one, we also see Biden accuses Chinese state actors of ransomware, so cryptojacking attacks. Hackers with a history of working for the PRC, Ministry of State Security, MSS, have engaged in ransomware attacks. Cyber-enabled extortion, cryptojacking, and rank theft from victims around the world, all for financial gain, a White House press release said. So this is definitely big news as well, continuing to put more possibility of FUD and manipulation on the market. And I think we may see, Bitcoin drop below 30K today into the 29s, 28s, possibility of even lower. So we'll see what happens. I think, like I said, this will be a great opportunity for anyone left with fiat to buy this dip. I do want to jump into Coinbase talking about setting to really list every crypto asset. So before we jump into that, I do want to talk about one more thing. It's going to be BlockFi. So if you guys have actually not worked with BlockFi before, they're a great company to work with if you're trying to work smarter, not harder. The future of finance, the old way of doing things, doesn't really cut it anymore. With BlockFi, you can use cryptocurrency to earn interest at up to 7.5% APY. borrow cash, and buy or sell crypto. There are no hidden fees, no minimum balances, and obviously no reason to wait. And because of this, guys, they are actually inviting eligible people at the top of the list to apply now for their credit card that does give BlockFi rewards, including crypto. So you can actually grab your place in line today. Definitely use my link down in the description down below and also in the comment section. If you use my link, you will actually be able to receive up to $250 worth of Bitcoin when signing up. And obviously, it does help support the channel as well. So jumping into the next article, talking about Coinbase set to list every crypto asset. This is a big deal. Obviously, Coinbase, one of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges, plans to expand really kind of internationally and seek to list every crypto on its exchange. That's definitely something you want to hear. Giving accessibility to every single cryptocurrency is definitely what we want. And, something as large as Coinbase or an exchange such as large as Coinbase would, listing some of these coins, obviously VeChain we've talked about in the past, would be massive for some of these coins. So jumping into the next one, we also see eCoin metrics on-chain trends. This was very interesting to look at. So let's start with the summary of where we are. In the beginning, there was a halving, and with the halving came growth, a lot of growth. So 300x for the original cycle, 100x for the first cycle, 30x for the second cycle, and obviously 8x for the third cycle so far. So you can actually see it for yourself here in this graph, and I think it's pretty cool that we could see bigger and bigger halvings coming in the future here. And I want to jump into the Crypto Experts article as well. So Crypto Experts predict Bitcoin price rising to $318,417 by December 2025. We've seen a lot of numbers thrown out over the past couple of months, but obviously this is one that, in my opinion, is a more conservative, realistic price prediction than many, many others. We actually see a possible opportunity for 2 bull markets before 2025, and that would be a massive, massive push for a lot of coins, obviously Bitcoin being involved there. So a panel of crypto experts has predicted that the price of Bitcoin will rise to $318,417 by December 2025. The most bullish experts believe that the price of the cryptocurrency will reach $160,000 by the end of the year. Meanwhile, 54% of them think that hyper Bitcoinization will happen by 2050. So crypto experts share Bitcoin price predictions, and it's very interesting always to see these price predictions, like I said. Furthermore, the panelists predict that by December 2030, the price of Bitcoin will go up to a whopping $4,287,591 per BTC. Obviously, if that does take place, a lot of us will be very, very pleased with our profits. And I think, it's one of those things where if you're not going to hold long-term, you're kind of really losing out here. Long-term holding is going to save you from a lot of, heavier short-term taxes. It's also going to save you from, making trades that you regret later on. So I think realistically, holding is one of the easiest ways to make profit in the cryptoverse. And that's why we always talk about holding. And I will say realistically, guys, like I said, we have a possibility of reaching the bottom in, like I said, before September. I think by the end of September, we actually find a great way back out of this crypto market manipulation. We actually start to see whales, continuing to accumulate this bottom. And, by now they are starting to have a great amount of, crypto in their holdings. And I think by the end of the year, we will start to see crypto back to the top, seeing, prices anywhere from $70,000 to $100,000 in Bitcoin, and Ethereum I do think is going to reach about $5,000 to $10,000 by the end of the year. So we have big possibilities here coming up by the end of the year and by the end of bull market part 2. So if you guys want to stay up to date with crypto or really this market and news going on every single day, make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. And like I said, guys, check out BlockFi, linked in the description down below, as well as my Twitter. So thanks again, guys. Like I said, your support is amazing, and I cannot thank you enough. I'll see you guys all in the next one.